everybody. It has been a while since I've posted anything, and I'm really sorry, but I'm here today so I can catch you up. I've been so busy in between doctor's appointments and me working that, one, I've been forgetting to make videos, and two, whenever I remembered, I was just like, I'm so busy, I don't have time. And so, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been keeping up on there just so I can do like updates real quick. It doesn't take as long as a video. But last time I made a video, I was talking about that I just gotten a bunch of my meds, I think, but I hadn't started my Stims yet. Well, let's fast forward to now. I am actually on day 9 of Stims right now. So I do Gonal F in the morning. I'm on 150 of that. And that's just in my stomach. And then at night I am doing 3 vials of Menopur, and that's 225, and also 10 units of Lupron to keep me from ovulating. So my doses have stayed the same throughout the whole 9 days that I've been stimming so far. So after my first 2 days of Stims, I went into my first appointment, and they just did blood work. And the blood work showed that my estrogen level was 43.4, and then my progesterone was like 0.3, which is good. So they were happy with that. I was a little worried because I have seen girls that have higher estrogen levels than that. So I was kind of worried that like the Stims weren't working. But then after another 2 days, after 4 days of Stims, I went back. I had another monitoring appointment. I had blood work and an ultrasound. So at that one, I had a estrogen level of, what was it? 108. So that was super good. I was happy with that because they said they wanted it to double. So more than doubled, so that was good. And then I had an ultrasound, but they just wanted to see like what was going on. They didn't do like a follicle count or anything like that. They just wanted to look and see if I was starting to develop follicles, which I was. I was starting to develop them. They were just all really small, so they didn't really count or anything. Just looked and saw. So that was good. Then 2 days after that, so after 6 days of stimming, I went back again on day 7, and I had blood work and ultrasound again. And that is when they counted the follicles. So on that day, my estrogen level was 349, which is really good. So it more than tripled. So that was a really good sign that I was responding to the medication. And then again, my progesterone has been fine the whole time. It was like 0.6 that time. And she said that they don't start worrying about it unless it gets up to like 1. And then once it gets up to 1, they don't really worry about it even. They just start you on the Lupron twice a day. And so we were still good with that. And then I had my ultrasound, and they counted follicles that day. So if you keep up on my Instagram, then you've seen this already. So that day they counted 14 to 15 follicles that were measurable. They were all around like a little bit under 10 millimeters. And then there was like 4 to 5 of them that were pretty small, but she said could catch up later on. And so I was like really happy with that. That was a really good number. And so super excited. Then today I went back. My husband's off work, so he was able to go with me. So again, I had another ultrasound and blood work. My blood work came back at my estrogen was 930. So that's a really good rise. It went from 349 to 930. So that's really good. And then my ultrasound, I was a little worried at first until I got my lab results back. Because on my ultrasound, it only showed that like 8 of the follicles had really like grown and like were getting bigger, like at a good size. And that the other ones had grown a little bit, but they were still pretty small. But they reassured me that they can still catch up. And the 8 is still good for at the time I'm at right now. And so pretty much I am responding well to the medications. I'm just kind of slowly getting where I need to be. And I've been told, I don't know what anybody else knows about this, but I've been told by a few people that like it doesn't want to be super slow rising, the estrogen, but if it's slow and steady like this, that's a good sign. I've been told that if you don't want to do it too fast, and so I'm hoping that's a good sign. You can never know until you get your eggs taken and they look at them, I guess. But I'm hoping that means it's a good sign, and if I have really good eggs, then I would be totally okay with getting 8 really good ones. But I'm just like really stressed out kind of that like not all of them are good. And so I would really like to get at least a few more. Because right now I have like, they said like 5 or 6 of them that are like smaller but could still like catch up. So I am really hoping that they do catch up and that I'll end up with more like 14, 13 eggs at retrieval or even more. She did say that when she's counting today that they were like so like crowded in there that it looked like some of them are like overlapping each other, so that there could be more like behind there hiding. And so I'm hoping that's true. We will see what happens. But that's kind of what's going on. I'm just going to keep an eye on my estrogen levels. Hopefully they just continue to rise and get higher, but not too high. I've been keeping up with protein, drinking water, coconut water, Gatorade. I've been doing all of that and everything seems to be going well. I've been very hormonal from my medications. Also, I've been getting like cramps, and starting yesterday, I started getting pretty bad like twinges like in my ovaries. I could definitely feel that something was going on in there. And I was like feeling them as I was walking. You can feel the ovaries. They're just kind of painful. I've been getting headaches. I've been so tired. And our clinic is 2 hours away from us. And so when I go to my appointments, it takes a while to get there. So it's like an all day almost thing, at least all morning. Like I'm not back home until like around noon. Then I'm so tired. But my retrieval was supposed to be on Tuesday is the projected retrieval date that they were saying. But I'm thinking I might have to stim a little longer than they expected, which is okay with me as long as we have a good outcome. As long as we get at least one good one that we can put back, I will be happy. I just want it to work. Even if I have to do this all over again, if we want another child later on, I just want this to work. And like, I'm just so scared that these eggs that I have, the 8 of them that are doing well, that I'm just worried that when they retrieve them, that they're just not going to be good quality. And I really hope they are. I've been doing everything I can. I have celiac disease, so I've been on a strict gluten-free diet for like probably 3 or 4 months now. I've been following it like very strictly. I've been taking all the supplements that my doctor recommends for everybody to take, which 3 of them are for egg quality. My husband's been taking his vitamins. Like, we've been just doing everything we can. And so I just really am praying that this works out okay. And that this is the time for us. God has a plan for us, and I wish I knew what it was. But I really hope the plan is for us to be pregnant in 2016. I did find out that, so I've mentioned before, my doctor only does frozen embryo transfers. He does not do any fresh. So after this egg retrieval, I will get a month off, and I won't be doing my transfer until February. So after this, I'm kind of just on hold. But I'm hoping I can be happy while we're on hold, because we'll have some like to freeze, and knowing that everything worked out with the retrieval. We want to transfer 2. We've talked about it. We really want to transfer 2. If there's only one available, we will of course transfer it. But I'm really hoping that we have 2 good ones, 2 good embryos that we can transfer. And we'll be using ICSI. My doctor does ICSI for everyone, so we don't even really have a choice, which I'm happy with. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I'm excited. I really hope that helps with the good fertilization rate. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. I'm just kind of stressing, please send good thoughts our way. Pray for us. Anything is appreciated. I'm really just trying to be positive about it and very hopeful. Some might say that's bad, but I'm very hopeful that this will work. I feel like my doctor has been very optimistic about it and feels like it will work also. So I guess we will just see. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm probably going to let you guys go now. Just want to get on here and finally give you guys an update as to what the heck was going on with us and where I am at. So I will try to make another video and let you guys know when I'm going to be doing my retrieval and how many follicles or eggs it looks like I have. And then I'll update after retrieval, obviously, and let you know how many we got. And hopefully we will have quite a few to put in freeze, if not at least one, so that we can do our FET in February. Hope everybody is doing really good. I love all of you guys. Baby dust to everybody, and I will talk to you guys soon.